Another game where Mohamed Sanu was very limited in his involvement in the Patriots offense. So why is that? I'm Sierra Goodwill here with Evan Lazar. Now, this is a guy who was expected to be a really nice complimentary
Traded a second-round
piece.
pick for him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tom Brady was excited about having him here, but he really hasn't quite hit his stride. He had one big game right when he came to the Patriots,
In Baltimore,
but since then, he really hasn't done much. What is it about him right now that is not allowing him to be super integrated into this offense?
Well, I actually think it's physical. I think it's the ankle injury has really set him back a little bit. Mohamed Sanu is not an explosive, elite separating athlete, right? He is a timing route runner, guy that wins with body positioning and leverage, and with good quickness for his size at the top of the route. And when he doesn't seem to have that same explosiveness off the top, where he can really push off that ankle and cut hard and make good defined cuts and reads on his top of his route running type things. So I think that's really what I'm seeing more than anything to do with his role or how they're using him or anything to do with chemistry with Brady, because Brady is throwing him the ball sometimes on big plays. I mean, fourth downs in a couple of weeks here against Houston on a big fourth down play, and then obviously this past week in Cincinnati on a fourth down play also.
He's
and
still a veteran.
The ball
Better
just
than
goes right
everything
through
else.
his hands.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just kind of the little things that happen for him. The ball was a little high against the Bengals. It certainly was, but it's a catchable pass that goes right through his hands and it falls incomplete. The very first play of the game, Brady had him on a crossing route, had about a step and a half on the corner, and Brady airmailed it over his head. So it's just little things back and forth. Sometimes it's Brady missing him. Sometimes it's him dropping passes or not completing a tough catch in that situation on fourth down, in both really cases of the fourth down plays. But I don't think it's usage. I think that they're using him in a way that he feels comfortable, inside, outside type of threat. But you got to see that ankle injury, I think, as a big reason why, too.
Considering the rest of the wide receivers have their plethora of their own issues.
Yeah.
Julian Edelman obviously extremely limited on Sunday against the Bengals. N'Keal Harry is getting there slowly.
Yeah.
Jacoby Myers, everyone worries about his drop. So what really needs to change? What does Mohamed Sanu need to do? What does Tom Brady need to do for them to be clicking in crunch time? Because like we said, there's only so much season left.
Yeah, so actually I think that Mohamed Sanu with Julian Edelman at close as 100% as he could possibly be, hopefully come January. N'Keal Harry, I think, is really, over these next couple of weeks, starting with the Cincinnati game, is kind of going to solidify himself as the number 2 receiver just because of how dangerous he is on the football field. It's kind of hard to take away targets from N'Keal at this point, or touches from N'Keal, to give them to like a guy like Jacoby Myers, for example, because we're just seeing how good N'Keal can be when you get the ball in his hands.
Absolutely.
Mohamed Sanu needs to be that third guy, right? And there was one play that I thought offered some optimism on Sunday. It was a 2nd and 10 play, I believe it was, and he got a 7-yard pass right over the ball, right in front of Brady, right up the field, and he kind of just sat down in his own coverage. He sat down in between the 2 linebackers, and Brady hit him with the pass, and he caught the ball in some traffic and went down with it. Those little plays, yeah, they're not sexy. It's not a 25-yard touchdown. It's not a big catch and run, but those little plays like that to move the chains, and if he can just be a possession guy that helps the Patriots move the chains, that will go a big way for this offense, because guys like Edelman, guys like N'Keal, guys like James White, those guys are going to be the ones that are going to be creating hopefully the explosive plays down the field, the touchdowns, things like that. If Sanu can give them those 7 yards, 8 yards at a time, they'll be all right.
This Patriots Press Pass is brought to you by betonline.ag. Head to their website, enter promo code CLNS50 to receive your welcome bonus. For all the rest of our Patriots content, head to our website at clnsmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel at CLNS Media.